but I don't think he did it to be celebrated. I mean, he just liked to touch people's lives.
Now at 4, how the city of Indianapolis is remembering Colts owner Jim Irsce and the way his legacy lives on in so many places across the community.
And temperatures are expected to stay cool all the way through race weekend. But what will conditions be for all the important events, and will it rain? Forecast coming up.
Plus, we're at the track. Dominic Miranda caught up with 4-time Indy 500 winner Elio Castroneves as the Drive 4-5 lives on. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News.
Good afternoon, everybody. Right now at 4, tributes continue to pour in after the death of Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsce.
The stories of his impact, they seem endless, with Hoosiers sharing their Ersce stories today.
One day after learning of his death at the age of just 65. Our Samantha Johnson joins us now after hearing some of those stories. Sam, there are so many of them, and really from all corners of the community.
That's right. It's clear that he touched so many lives during his time with us. And everyone that I talked to today says he knew what he had and he knew the difference he could make by giving back to some of these organizations. Here's a few good examples for you. So you may have known Jim Irsce was a huge animal lover who supported PETA, and he made Lucas Oil Stadium one of the most vegan-friendly sports venues in the U.S. I learned that today. His name covers buildings all across the state of Indiana, like the Ersce Institute at IU Bloomington, where they are working to fight the stigma surrounding mental illness and addiction. We, of course, know that was a personal battle for Jim Irsce. And also the Ersce Family YMCA in downtown Indianapolis, a building that the Ersces transformed just a few years ago and that now offers a safe community space for everyone. I stopped by there today and asked the CEO what we can all learn from Jim Irsce.
I think it really is about, no matter where you are in life, there's something you can give back to the community. And obviously a very successful family, very successful business. But he always took time to invest in the things that were important to him and his family. So, I think that's what I've learned, is that no matter where we are, we can take time and invest in the things that we are important. If it's not money, it can be time. If it's not time, it can just be mentoring someone. We can all learn from that.
Now, of all the people I talked to today, the common thread here was Jim Irsce's heart. And so many people were talking about his big heart. Someone described it as the size of a football stadium, which I liked. And they talked about how, despite his personal battles, he always had room in his heart to give and how important that was to him. So you'll hear more from some of these organizations that he touched still ahead tonight on 13 News.
And he had the courage to share his personal battles in public to help all of the other people who are also struggling in the same way.
Yeah, that's really brave. It's really cool to hear people kind of telling their own Ersce story, as you mentioned. Thank you, Samantha Johnson.
Today on the Pat McAfee Show, the former Colts punter gave a heartfelt tribute to Jim Irsce. McAfee called Ersce the greatest philanthropist in Indiana history, saying there's no way we will ever know just how much money he gave away. McAfee said Ersce wouldn't hesitate to write a check if it meant making somebody feel better or helping out a cause close to his heart. McAfee ended his tribute by saying he is glad he was able to call Ersce a friend. We're going to have much more on the death of Jim Irsce and how he is being remembered coming up at 4:30. All right, we're moving on to the other big story today. The countdown right there, just 2 days, 20 minutes, 20 hours, 25 minutes to the greatest spectacle in racing, the 109th running of the Indy 500. Drivers know where they're going to be starting the race, and of course the anticipation, it's building.
Yes, it is. Dominic Miranda was at the Speedway today. He caught up with Elio Castroneves as he goes for a record 5th Indy 500 win.
Welcome back to Indianapolis Motor Speedway as we get you set and ready for the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500. Standing alongside me, Elio Castroneves. Sir, always great to see you. How are we feeling? All right, qualifying's over, practice is over. Well, 1 day left, but race is finally upon us, almost. What are the emotions going in?
Feeling a little cold right now, I have to be honest
Feels
with
like
you.
October
From
out
Florida
here.
and Brazil, exactly. It's not what we wanted, but hopefully the weather will hold on and we have a beautiful day on Sunday that we can we don't need to go like last year until 8 o'clock p.m. However, it is what it is. We're here, we're ready, exciting, carburation is coming, and we want to make some just fine tunings a little bit. But to be honest, it's pretty much set.
Yeah, how are you feeling about the month so far? Starting 22nd, how are we feeling about that? The car, your chances and strategy?
I'll be honest with you. We focus so much on racing that actually Friday before the Fast Friday, we didn't have a good balance. So going to the qualifying, we left out there. We didn't have. In fact, the first run, it wasn't the one we wanted. I'm happy that we were able to adjust to be on a safe side for the second run, because I knew we would not have a third run. So I said, okay, we gotta make sure that we have a good enough. But if we have time, we'll go for the speed, and that's why we're starting a little bit on the back. But that's more excitement for us for Sunday, so that we can pass a lot of cars.
Hey, we're all excited. What's kind of your race day routine? You've done this a time or two. What keeps you focused, locked in, or is it just embracing that kind of pageantry, the pressure, the excitement, all of it, the anticipation?
Look, I'll be honest with you. Even that it's going to be my 25th, edition of the Indy 500. You still get the butterflies in your stomach, man. You still, you're still like, oh my God, this is incredible, and especially when they start playing the national anthem. I guarantee it's still going to be like that. But as soon as you shut down the visor, you're like, all right, let's go.
It's go time.
Showtime.
That's right. All right. Hey, Drive for 5. It's still alive here. And how are we feeling about that? And can you even conceptualize, what that would be like? I know there's a lot of work that goes into it. You're excited. You're starting 22nd. What are the feelings surrounding that?
It's difficult for us to think on the end of the result, right? You dream about it and you imagine how it's going to be, but you still got to focus how to execute, how to put everything in the right place. And yes, that's what I can only control, and that's what we're going to do it. We're going to put ourselves hopefully in the right position to compete in the end, and see what happens.
That's all you can do. It takes perfection at this racetrack. There's no doubt about that. Elio, as always, really appreciate your time. Best of luck as he's going for the Drive for 5. We'll send it back to you for now.
All right, Drive for 5. Don't miss our race day coverage starting Sunday at 5 a.m. right here on Channel 13. Then we have a 1-hour post-race newscast starting at 6 p.m. And check out our extended coverage on WTHR+.
One of our favorite days of the year.